Hi, my name is Allie Higgins. Women's rights has always been a topic that has sparked my interest. I love exploring topics such as feminism, abortion rights, and gender inequality. For my project, I decided to focus mainly on economic inequality and the abuse of men's power. At the top of my poster, you can see I have created a tree with dollar bills symbolizing the economic aspect of my poster. On each one of the leaves, there is a certain amount of money represented. For each dollar a man makes, an Asian woman makes 85 cents, a white woman makes 80 cents, a black woman makes 63 cents, a Native American woman makes 59 cents, and a Latina woman makes 54 cents. At the bottom of my poster, there is the root of the tree, symbolizing the root or the source of the problem of the economic equality. Why sexism towards AOC from Ted Yoho is harmful to our government, inequality among sexes. To repair the misogyny and sexism that women deal with daily in our society, it is crucial that we stop electing and praising leaders that will continue to make these unkind and upsetting comments. Representative Yoho put his finger in my face, he called me disgusting, he called me crazy, he called me out of my mind, and he called me dangerous. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, AOC, of New York, states that while she was visiting the nation's capital after casting a vote, encountered misogyny regarding her confrontation with Representative Ted Yoho of Texas. In front of these reporters, Representative Yoho called me, and I quote, Yoho has since apologized for any misunderstandings, but still refuses to acknowledge his name-calling towards AOC. Sexist behavior like Representative Yoho's has been normalized in our society, provided the fact that Yoho's spiteful remark was made in front of several news reporters out in public. How elected officials get away with acts of sexism. Although Ted Yoho had a bitter confrontation with AOC, conservatives who support him will continue to give him their support. This is because Ted Yoho doesn't only do bad things for this country. Conservatives choose to look past this event and highlight the better things he has done for America. However, politicians with so much power should not be able to forgive and forget their past, especially when it has the potential to target a specific group of people. The sexism that Donald Trump endorses affects all women. When people of power target specific minorities with questionable comments, this causes a wave of said person's supporters to agree with the higher power, which could be dangerous and detrimental to the minority. Donald Trump, who has a very lengthy history of making sexist comments in particular, has once again been caught endorsing male supremacy. I just start kissing them, it's like a magnet. Just kiss, I don't even wait. Trump speaks with Billy Bush on a tour bus while headed to a film that Trump was airing on. However, instead of speaking with each other about the film, other discussions were generated inside the bus. When you're a star, they let you do it. You can do anything. Grab them by the... You can do anything. All of this prejudiced behavior taking place while the people surrounding Trump sat quietly. After the recording was released to the public, Trump defended himself, saying that it was simply locker room banter. America would have a lot less sexual assault cases, though, if locker room banter did not consist of sexist comments and rape threats. This comment affects all women because Donald Trump, a man with extreme power, has a lot of control over what people agree with and disagree with. How percentages of women still support Donald Trump? Although Trump has said questionable things about women in the past, there are still some women who make the decision to support him. Why? On the website womenfortrump.com, an activist site for female Trump supporters, they say, "We look at his actions, not his words. He thinks outside the box and tells it like it is. He's genuine, and I think that's a breath of fresh air." These women claim that Trump makes statements which are clear and honest. They go on to say that there are many testimonials from women that he has been a wonderful employer, friend, and colleague. So the supporters of this page look at the highs of his presidency, while the left tends to look at his lows. Although the right and the left both differ, both sides have points to why they should support him or not. However, this does not change the fact that Trump has still said and made extremely derogatory comments towards women, whether they choose to recognize this or not. Brett Kavanaugh's rape allegation from Dr. Christine Blasey Ford should change the way you view him. Brett Kavanaugh should be held responsible for his misogynistic past, whether you agree with his actions or not. Dr. Christine Blasey Ford speaks out for the second time about her disturbing history with Brett Kavanaugh. Brett came into the room and locked the door behind him. Ford was attending a small gathering with friends the summer of 1982. However, a small get-together turned into a haunting experience for Ford when things took a turn for the worst. I was pushed onto the bed, and Brett got on top of me. I yelled, hoping that someone downstairs might hear me, and I tried to get away from him, but his weight was heavy. Brett Kavanaugh, an Associate Justice of the Supreme Court, holds an extreme amount of control and dominance among the American people. A person with such a misogynistic and disturbing past should not be such a power that society is programmed to support and applaud. When people accept Kavanaugh's flaws, it makes it more normalized if it were to ever happen again. This is detrimental to all women on the right and the left. Counter-argument: support for Justice Kavanaugh. Despite Brett Kavanaugh's sexist past, most conservatives still choose to give him their support. Why is this? TheAtlantic.com says that the majority reason of the support comes from the agreement in views. Ordinary rules are for ordinary people. They do not apply to the entitled elite, and he will fight to keep it that way. Conservatives continue to the support of Brett Kavanaugh because they believe the same things he does. The left, too, supports their leaders for the same reason. The two sides differ, however, because the left tends to call out Kavanaugh's past, while the right tends to ignore it and focus on the better things Kavanaugh has done in his career. Although even if the right chooses to deny Kavanaugh's history with Christine Blasey Ford, it does not change the fact that it has still occurred. What can we do? There are a few minor steps we can take as a society for a major outcome. They list as the following. Abolish the support of sexist politicians. Politicians have a very large amount of power held over the American people, and if these leaders continue being elected, it will be harder for us as a society to eliminate the economic inequality we face daily. Stop the spread of fake news. News sources such as Fox News, CNN, etc. continue to encourage the biased opinions of the right and the left sides. These news sources have repeatedly been extremely biased towards a certain side and should be boycotted. Do not get your information from social media. As self-explanatory as it is, social media tends to spread many lies and deceives the people who see certain content. Social media has a reputation of spreading lies and fake news. These lies could go from something small to big issues around the globe. Although alerts from social media can keep you updated, it is always important to fact-check your information before spreading it around to people all over the world to see. My goal for this presentation is for viewers to better understand the different views of the same problem so we can all come together and destroy the economic inequality in America so we can all live in peace together. Thank you for watching.